Hi guys, I'm Todd and I hope you're having a great week. Today I'm going to take a look at a really popular set of studio headphones. They're the Beyerdynamic DT990 Pro 250 ohm model. So let's check them out. Now, Beyerdynamic headphones have been popular with home and project studios, pro studios, casual listeners, gamers, and just about everyone else, and their affordable DT990 Pro open back model is no exception. It's really targeted at mixing, mastering, anywhere critical listening is really needed. And so there's quite a bit to live up to, and that's the standard. Now, through this review, I'll provide a number of audio tests for you to listen to. I encourage you to wear headphones so that you're going to get the best experience here. And of course, all audio is recorded using my binaural microphone to give you the most accurate representation I can. Now, I do the Sine sweep comparison because I want to look frequency by frequency at how the headphones reproduce the tone. Now, we can see a boost in the mid-bass range. That's going to give a little bit more punch we would expect anyway, so we'll listen for that in the music coming up. And then in the upper frequencies, 7 to 9K, that sibilant sort of area, these headphones do have quite a bit of a boost. And a lot of people talk about that. Some like the crispiness of the treble, others do not, but again, something to listen to. The linear analysis, of course, just gives us some more detail in the high frequencies, and we can certainly see that bump in the 7 to 9K range. Nothing that I wouldn't expect. And so let's listen to music. Let's see if this bears out. And so looking at the log comparison again here with music, we still see that bump in the lower range. Hope you could hear the punch that translated well over YouTube. Definitely the crispiness in that 7 to 9K sibilant area. I could hear it clearly. Once again, hope it came through really well on YouTube. Now, the linear analysis, of course, just expands that so we can see a little more detail, but it certainly is those frequencies. And now that I put the comparison up on screen where we have the graph of the direct versus the headphone audio side by side, it really should give you a better idea of how the headphones follow the profile of the sound. Now, I've loaded up the direct recording as a reference track in iZotope's audio lens. That's the purple region you see here. Watch carefully as the white line varies while I play back the music through the DT990s.
What about the world we both believed in? What about the word that made it so? What about the world we both believed in? What about the word that made it so?
You show me beauty in life. You put me first all the time. No wonder I'm on a high when I'm with you, oh yeah. You show me beauty in life. You put me first all the time. No wonder I'm on a high when I'm with you, oh yeah.
Now, as a general comment, I'll say these headphones do a really good job with vocals, both male and female. I'll tell you the male vocal seems less affected to me when I listen back. Certainly there is that bump again in that sibilant frequency range, but because the majority of the frequencies in the male vocal are distributed away from that, it doesn't really have as much impact. Whereas the female vocal, we can notice that boost in the treble range a little bit more. Again, a little higher frequencies come into play, and so that's something just to be aware of. Overall, again, I think they do a really good job. And this is a sample of spoken word, so we can compare the sound of the recording directly versus the sound through the headphones. And this is a sample of spoken word, so we can compare the sound of the recording directly versus the sound through the headphones. Now, in general for spoken word, I would say these headphones have a very pleasing sound to my ear anyways. You can see that they have that bump in the mid-bass frequencies. That really helps thicken up vocals. It gives them more body, which again can be quite pleasing to listen to. And then that upper boost in the 7 to 9K range can introduce some additional clarity. And yes, sibilance as well, but if it's controlled properly, again, that can be really good to listen to. Now, if you have a higher voice, you're going to notice more of a difference from those sibilant frequencies. Something to be aware of, but overall for spoken word, these definitely could be used. Now, there's a lot of gamers that enjoy the Beyerdynamic sound, mostly the closed back like the 770s, but the 990 can have its options here. It can be a little more comfortable maybe in long listening sessions, so let's hear what it sounds like with game audio. Now, hearing game audio through these headphones, I have a few things that come to mind. First of all, the environment felt very open and expansive. And so something, again, open back headphones, I would expect more of that, but I still found good immersion in the game experience as well. So something to consider here, a little bit unexpected actually. Now, the low end boost in this ever so slightly emphasizes some of those explosions in that, but it's certainly not excessive. It's very comfortable that way. So for game audio, I'm actually going to say the DT990 Pros are a really good choice. Now, when it comes to Soundstage and Imaging, of course there are headphones that do a better job than these, but overall I'm going to have to say they're very good. They've got a nice wide open soundstage. I can hear the positioning in the mix. So if you want to use these for any kind of critical listening, including mixing, Soundstage and Imaging is not going to be an issue. Now, taking a look at build quality on the headphones, this is really an area where Beyerdynamic stands out. They are very solid, very well made, plenty of padding. You got a metal band here. Adjustments carry right through. This is all metal, so it's going to be really durable that way. Nice solid feeling ear cups. There's not a lot of adjustment on these, but again, you don't really have to worry about fatiguing the joints with them, I would say. They're going to hold up a long time, and that's proven to be the case in studio use. Now, of course, they don't have a detachable cable, and that's a sticking point for a lot of people. I mean, it is a nice feature to have, and I would have liked to have seen it on these headphones. When you go up into their a little bit higher end models, they definitely have that as an option. So maybe that's an area they felt they could save a few dollars. Now, the cable is good. It's well made. It's got a good feel to it. Of course, it's coiled. That's the only choice you get on the 250 ohm version. And so that may be a problem for some of you. Now, it comes with an adapter here. It has a 3.5 millimeter jack, of course, on the cable itself. And then you can thread in the 1/4 inch adapter to use that. So that's a really kind of a standard thing. Nice velour ear pads. They are very comfortable. These headphones are well known for that, but I will say they can get quite warm when you're wearing them for any period of time. So depending on your studio space, that may be an issue for you. Beyond that, overall, you can expect these headphones to last a long time. Parts are replaceable. There's really no reason to think that quality or build should be an issue. Now, without spending a lot of time on features and specs, I have the full list up on the screen, and of course they're in the description below as well. These headphones are an open back with a wide frequency response. It's really going to satisfy most use cases. Now, the 250 ohm model certainly is drivable with most audio interfaces, although they do benefit from a headphone amplifier. It's not absolutely a requirement. So after all the audio tests, I'm going to give you my final thoughts. Overall, these are a very competent headphone in this price range. They give good response across the entire frequency range. Yes, the mid-bass is a little bit elevated. They're a bit punchy, but it certainly isn't a problem. Now, the treble is bright, no question. It's kind of crispy, but again, it's clear and detailed, and I didn't find that it would get in the way of hearing the detail in the mid-range, and that's an important thing. Again, you may find it fatiguing after a while. That's kind of a matter of personal preference. As an open back design, really good sound stage. Beyerdynamic delivered here on these headphones. So if you want an open back headphone that's reasonably priced, that you're going to get a lot of use out of, You know, it's going to be durable for a long time. I would say these would be a good choice for you. And with more and more choices being available all the time in the open back headphone category, there's a lot of great options if you're looking to stay in an affordable price range. Check out one of the videos on the screen for a few other options. As always, I really appreciate you joining me today. Have a great week, and I will see you next time.